everybody, this is your girl, Miss Terrell. Thank you for stopping by Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell so that way you know whatever is going on. And that way also you'll be able to get some notifications off of our community board about what's happening on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. So, long time no see. I'm excited to see everybody, hear from everybody. We have a very, very interesting tea talk to talk about today. So, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on and put it close to you. Okay. So, we'll be updating our Esteemed Mentality website, .com at the bottom. And we also have a new, couple of things coming to our Etsy shop. So, yeah, so be sure that you check all those things out. Now, look, we need to speak about something. We need to converse about something. Everyone says conversate. The real word is converse. We need to converse about something. Real talk. And so I'm going to put it into a perspective such as we all come to a place in our life where we feel like we either regret something, we wish we could take something back. Same thing. And we want to be able to say something that's elaborate to what we were iterating to, for all the ones that are in the balcony seats. So today we need to talk about what it means to reset before you regret something. We all have those conversations with people where we just suppress ourselves to a point where if we really wanted to say there is a point of no return, our words can be that main person in that murder of any friendship, of any situationship, any ship you in. As you already know, I say you sail on, swim on, it don't matter. We have those times where we say things in an argument where we don't understand the highest level of anyone's sensitivity until we tap it. And when we wish that we can go back and diffuse the situation in a different way that was more proactive than the way that we insinuated, we find that another person's sensitivity, their highest sensitivity, can also be that finish line, that checkpoint, that milestone, that tiebreaker, that straw that breaks everybody's back, including the aunt that makes the good potato salad at the cookouts. There's no return from. And we have to accept that, because at the end of the day, we can't judge someone else's tolerance to what we can afford before we trigger our own anxiety as someone else's point where they can set their boundary. So we need to understand, before we get to that point, we need to reset ourselves before we regret what we're doing. Okay. Now, a wise person once told me, when anyone says that they miss you, they don't miss who you've become afterwards. They don't miss who it is that you had to counsel yourself into a new being, reincarnate yourself. They don't miss that person, because guess what? They don't know that person. They miss the person they betrayed. Bitch. King, queen. I'm trying to tell you what I understand to be understood. I got a video on that. When people say they miss you, they don't miss the new you. They don't know you. They miss who you used to be that they could betray. So, I need you, once again, I made a video about this too. Make it make sense. How do you miss me and you don't know of who I am now? How do you miss me and want to catch up, but you were not within the process of me becoming a new person to be who I am now? Every butterfly has a cocoon. You feel me? So you're part of that cocoon process. But when I went away, like a butterfly, to explore, I didn't see you. I left you behind. You were what I was born from. You're part of the new me, but that does not mean that you're going to be the becoming of the new me as well. See, you have to watch people. You have to watch people. You have to listen to people. And you also have to know your boundaries. If so happens you come into a place, a time, a frame, an event, a situationship where if you set boundaries and people don't have an understanding about the understood and where you lie with your boundaries, say for instance, you say, of course, if the gentleman asks you out on a date, right? He invites you. So with that being said, I was told at one point in time that even though someone invites you out on a date as a queen, as a woman, you should still be able to hold your own. And so I learned that I would only order on a date what I could afford. So that way, if so happens that person stood me up, I'm at least able to argue the fact of I'm able to afford my own food. Now, whether you pluck a hair in it, cough on it, you know what I'm saying, you don't like it, that's up to you. But when it comes down to your plate, your food, what you eat, if you only have $20 and you know you want a sweet tea, do not order the prime rib. You know what I'm saying? Be able to hold and carry your own. Because if you so happens to sit down and eat a whole prime rib, he eat a lobster but goes to the bathroom, he don't show up, she don't show up back to the table. Guess what? You stuck with a $50-some-odd bill, not including whatever it is that he was tea-talking and sipping on, for you to sit here and say, you know what? I don't have this in my wallet. Reset before you regret. Before you haul off and put yourself around someone that's going to blow your tolerance to the full potential, to haul off to the full top, to a point of there's no point of return for you. It's just like you're the Tasmanian devil. Then guess what? You have time in between you getting there and you being there for you to know what is your top level. When I say top level, I say minimum, because you should never allow someone to push you to your maximum. So when I say reset to regret, you know what I'm saying, or reset before you regret, it's because you know what? Again, no one should push you to that maximum level. At the very minimum, we all have different trials and tribulations that happen to, or that come into life. But we do not and we should not allow them to control our every thought and move. Because at what point do you realize peace does come with a price? It comes with the price of you being strategic and understanding that anything that comes to you in life is to be able to sharpen a cognitive skill of yours. But it is not to manipulate your energy for you to feel as if you cannot maintain and control yourself because you don't know who you are. Reset before you regret. Because even though every battle has someone that wins and loses, what team are you on? If you allow what you go through to be the one that ultimately wins, that means you already put in your mind before you go into the battlefield that they're going to win. they don't know your potential. A loss doesn't know your potential until they experience it. So before you regret whatever it is that you do, you need to think about how you can overcome and how you can win and how you can mature and how you can develop and how you can better yourself. Because there's no victory in you allowing anything to have you lose. You know, when I was growing up, my dad taught me basketball. Oh my goodness. If I was to go back a while in time, I will honestly say my dad is the game changer of what I've been through, because my dad taught me through sports, especially with basketball, and then I went into field hockey and tennis. I had to learn through what he first initially put me into, being basketball, and rooted me into being basketball. He taught me that, you know what? It's okay to have good sportsmanship. It's okay to tell someone that they had a good game. It's okay for you to tell someone that, you know, they jigged you out, they has-been you out of whatever it is, they were supposed to do to be able to get that victory. But you also learn something as well, regardless if it was your ankles that told you that, that was a sharp move, that was a good game, or it was a thing of it being that, you know what, if I was to reverse this backwards, I would have knew where you at, or I would have known where you were for you to be able to get to where you were with me, on me. So now that you understand this, you have something known that you can build as a wall. See, the devil also comes at every direction. And if a room has 4 walls, maybe 5, 6, depending on how much money you have and how good you have it, that's how many prayers you need to have to cover you. Because at any given time, the enemy will come to destroy and make miserable, because he's in misery. And in order for you to be able to not regret what you say, what you go through, and how you speak to people, you have to understand that even though you have to reset your feelings and your spirituality and your mentality and your physical being with certain people, places, and things, you also know what your boundary is. You let it be known to yourself what your maximum is. So at some point, now it's time for you to create your minimum. Because see, if someone's screaming or hollering or fussing at you, you don't like the sound of it, you can't even hear the TV over them talking to you, then you already know, no, you're not going to be hollering and yelling at me. I'm grown, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the third. So with that being said, I know I want someone to speak to me in this octave, into this level. So it makes it easier when you do find a red flag, which I made a video about. You can make for yourself in between, or however you want to set a boundary where if it was to be overthrown, you can go on by your business. I made a video about that as well. So reset before you regret. If someone really loves you, they're not going to go over the top, because they know your minimum. If you know what you can tolerate, don't throw it out there what you feel like you're going to be when you boil over, because you may surprise yourself. Not only the people that surround you that makes it so that like you're indifferent, and it makes you feel as if like you're uncomfortable. Sometimes the best thing you can do, even though you in the woods and in the trees, is just listen. Because even though you're listening, you're still so more aware of your surroundings that when danger is closer than if someone was speaking to you and conversing to you, and you're having to listen to over top of them, to listen to whatever, you got to heighten your senses. Don't fight 2 battles when you can fight 1. Okay? So I'm going to leave that there. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Also, we have a couple of new links that's going on. I have so many lights now. It's crazy. I started out with one itty bitty light that's actually holding my device now, to having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To having 5 different lights. And we haven't even unpacked 2 other lights that we have for our production company. So we are definitely getting there. Can you believe we started all this production stuff with only a video phone and a handheld device, literally for 5 and below? That's crazy. That's crazy. So for us to be this far into the game and be able to get things done, I'm definitely blessed. So we have some new links down below. Be sure that you get your Game Changer t-shirts at Esteemed Queen Mentality. The fall is coming, so we definitely have some fall apparel coming. I'm super, super excited about. And our Etsy shop, we're starting to add things once more. So get your fill in where you fit in, and I will see y'all in the next Tea Talk. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass of nigga, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke, if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lobster tails, and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake and going in.